How about the band Three Parts Dead? And they're up our next guest, and they're live, and they're on the air right now. Welcome to Totally Driven Radio, guys. How you doing?
What's going on, man? What's up?
So who all have we got here?
You got Mike, and you got Vince.
Mike and Vince.
Fitz.
All right. What is it?
We're Fitz, F-I-T-Z.
Oh,
guitar.
Fitz. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, good. I don't like the name Vince. Reminds me of Vince Neil, and he's
We
arrogant.
might have Vermont showing up in a little bit. We're not sure.
Okay. All right, so you guys, the thing that really surprised me about you guys, besides the fact that you're good, and I enjoy your music,
Thank you.
you guys are based out of Boston, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. You guys don't just play in Boston. Like, you're playing the Whiskey A Go-Go on New Year's Eve. I mean, how much better can it get?
Yeah, that should be a fun one.
How does a band from Boston end up playing in Hollywood?
Well, we actually, despite being a band from Boston, we've never really played out around Boston that much. A little bit of our history, we used to be a band called Pretty Little Suicide, and as PLS, I think, in 3 years as PLS, I think we played Boston maybe once or twice. So we've
Really?
always done more of our shows elsewhere in the country. We've always done especially really well in the Midwest. And so, LA just seemed like sort of a natural fit for us. We weren't going to let a little distance stop us.
Well, I mean, isn't it harder to do that way? I mean, like, most bands usually will take their home base, yours being Boston, and play the clubs in the area to start out and get going. And you guys are like just jump into the big pond of the whole states.
Well, the playing your hometown thing works really well if your hometown likes the kind of music you're playing. And there's an okay rock scene in Boston. It's gotten a little bit better in the last couple of years, but there's not a huge rock scene in Boston. And from out of the gate as PLS, we got the attention of some, like Bo Hill produced our first record, and so we got some radio play out in the Midwest, and we got invited out to Rocklahoma a few years ago and started playing that festival.
Nice.
And so, before we even had the chance to play many Boston shows, we got a lot of traction in the Midwest, and it didn't make sense to us to we can go out to the Midwest and play a great show for a bunch of people, or we can go back to Boston and play an okay show. So we just kept doing it.
No, see, and that's kind of like, I don't know. It makes me wonder, like, what the hell is going on? Like, because we're based out of Philly here, and it's kind of the same thing. Like, there's a lot of cool bands here, but there's not like a real cool rock scene. Like, there's a couple bands that are trying to keep it alive, but like the clubs, they're around for a little bit, and then they close down or they stop having them bands, and
Right.
kills the scene. And I mean, here we are, Philly, one of the major markets in the country. There you guys are, Boston, one of the major markets in the country. It's like, why are these major markets not able to produce a great scene, but yet you guys have to go to like the Midwest where you can like play the nice crowds? It don't make sense to me, or is it just me?
Nothing about the music industry makes sense to me.
So, all right, so you guys were Pretty Little Suicide. Now, what happened there? Like, it sounded like you guys had a nice little thing going, and I mean, you're playing Rocklahoma and stuff like that. What happened with that?
Basically, we had some lineup drama. Our original singer ended up having some family commitments that sort of got in the way of his ability to play with the band. And then we went through a couple bassists, and then our lead guitarist took over singing, and there was a bit of a falling out with him, and it just final straw. Our drummer Izzy was always kind of the heart and soul of the band, and he met a girl in Oklahoma, at Rocklahoma actually, and decided to move out to Oklahoma to be with her. And so after all those lineup changes, we were playing a different kind of music. My good buddy Fitz joined the band and started playing guitar, and that took the band in a whole new direction. And we were just a new package. We had all new music. So and we never really liked the name to begin with, so we said, time to rebrand.
So how many out of, I guess, the last version of Pretty Little Suicide, what was that like? the same guys that are now in Three Parts Dead, or?
We so Fitz, when did you join?
July. So I joined probably with like 3 months left of the band before we did the name change. So I was the last guy to come in on that, and Izzy was the last person to leave PLS.
Fitz came in right before Izzy left. JC was in PLS for a while before that. JC is the bassist for Three Parts Dead. He couldn't join us tonight. And then after Izzy left, we made the decision to change names, but I think we had 1 or 2 more shows booked. Like we played a small festival in Florida. Well, our last show was PLS, and that was actually the Three Parts Dead lineup in its entirety. We announced the name change at that show.
So where did you get the name Three Parts Dead?
It's from a quote by Bertrand Russell. A man who fears love fears life, and a man who fears life is already 3 parts dead.
Gotcha. Yeah, very interesting.
It's just about enjoying life, basically.
Now, you guys have an EP. Go ahead.
I just said we thought it sounded all right. That is a pretty little...
It's cool to have band names like that where it's kind of like, it's got like a little meaning or like a little something that was like out of a quote. I like the 3-part names that go together and sound cool.
Oh, like we like our name.
Like one of the band names I always liked in that vein was Mother Love Bone.
That's a great band. Good name.
Now you guys have an EP out.
We do.
And I was just listening today. 5 songs, right?
Yep.
Now, when did that came out? Earlier this year or last year?
That came out in April. Yeah, just around April. So, yeah, we printed around April. We're out of the studio fairly quickly on that. So that's like we had the songs together. We wanted to put something out as quickly as possible with all our heart and soul in it while we had the mojo going. So we just jumped in the studio and blasted that one out.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's got like all different like influences I hear. Like the tune Feed, I mean, that's just like a hard rockin' tune. And The Party Never Ends, I mean, to me that's like a hit. That's just got, you can hear that on the radio anywhere in the country. And you might cringe when I say this. I mean, it's got that kind of punk edge to it, rock edge to it, but I hear a little bit of Fall Out Boy in it too that it reminded me of.
That's just what we were going for, Fall Out Boy.
I'm sure. There's just something about it. I don't know. As much as
you know what? The Fall Out Boy may not be my favorite band, but they sold a few million records. I'll take that as a compliment any day.
Yeah, you know what? I hate them guys, but some of their tunes are really catchy, and that's The Party Never Ends. It's a catchy tune, and it's got hit written all over it, in my eyes, in my ears, I should say. Now, the ballads you have on there, So Long Girl. Here's what I thought it reminded me of: the old Britney Fox tune, Save the Week.
Okay.
I mean, I instantly was throwing the lighter up there. It was honestly, it was making me flash back to when I was a kid, and I would see Britney Fox play at the old Empire Rock Club.
Again, I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, thank you.
So, all right, so we can, or you guys got a video coming out for The Party Never Ends, or?
It's coming out. We've been filming this thing for friggin' ever. Just scheduling has been a nightmare, but yeah, hopefully with a little bit of luck before the end of the year we'll have that video out. If not, then first thing next year. Again, we've been working on it forever, so we're just dying to get the thing out there.
Yeah, I mean, I see you have a preview up, and I was like, yes. Where is it?
It's done.
It's in pre-production.
There you go. It's in pre-production. Good answer. All right, so I have that tune queued up, actually. If you want me to play it, I would love to play it for everybody.
Absolutely. Please do.
Fire it up.
All right, let's fire it up. Here we go. 3 Parts Dead. The Party Never Ends.
someone who will breathe you down your neck. Too bad that's life, you gotta make it your way. Feel powerless to catch your death, all but a temporary. Well, listen up, my friend, 'cause I can set you free. Whoa, whoa, party never ends. Just sex and drugs and rock and roll with friends. It's all night, do it all again. Whoa, whoa, party never ends. Come inside, enjoy the ride. I think we're ready to begin. Have some wine, forget the lies. There's no telling what you'll find within. Whoa, 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 party never ends. Just sex and drugs and rock and roll with friends. It's all night, do it all again. Whoa, whoa, party never ends. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And there it is, 3 Parts Dead with The Party Never Ends. It's all in the whoa, whoa, whoas. That's what reminds me of Fallout Boys, the whoa, whoa, whoa.
You got to have a couple of whoa, whoa, whoas, at least on an album, if not every track.
Yeah, whoa, whoa, whoas are always good. Now, there's a review I saw that you guys have from your site that I just love the review of the EP by this guy, from Craig Wetner. The EP is the perfect mix of high-octane vocals, guitar-driven rock, suited for getting to your destination in record time. Put 3 Parts Dead EP on your stereo in your Ford Festiva, and you will arrive there at least 10 minutes early.
We like that one.
I was cracking up. That's friggin' awesome.
Yeah,
So,
Craig writes some interesting reviews. We like Craig.
So you got the show coming up, New Year's Eve. What plans you got for 2014?
So the big things on the docket right now are we got to finish up the video. We got the show in LA, and then we've kind of left January and February open at the moment to again just in case, God forbid, we don't finish the video by the end of the year, to get that done. And we've been writing over the last few months, so we want to keep doing some of that. And then in March, we're already booked to play the Rockers Gone Wild pool party again. We did that last year and had a blast, so we got invited back this year. So we'll be doing probably a 2 or 4 week East Coast run around that. And then we'll get back from that, recover, probably play a couple of hometown shows, and then, fingers crossed, in May we'll be heading back out to the Midwest and doing a run of days around there.
Cool. Very cool. So you guys got the plan for the new year. That's we had a local band from around here. They're called Mach 22, and actually it's if you remember Cinderella, Jeff LeBar, it's his son's band.
Okay.
And
yeah,
we had. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we've almost played a couple of shows with those guys, and we've seen them around a bit.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we had them on earlier in the year, and it was just kind of like the same thing. Like, you got to plan ahead and put a whole plan of action in, like between video and recording, and I mean, they're doing the same thing you guys are trying to do, trying to get all the pieces together and put everything in place, and that was weird because actually they went through like band member changes after we talked to them, and they had like the guy that formed the band, like he left the band. It was weird. I never found out what happened, so I guess we have to have them back on too. But yeah, so everybody can go to iTunes like I did and download the EP, 3 Parts Dead. They're also on Twitter at 3 Parts Dead. Look for them on Facebook, Reverb Nation, or go to their website, 3partsdead.com. Correct?
Yeah, that's it. Certainly most.
Cool. Anything else you guys want to add, or?
All right, keep it rocking, man. Thanks so much.
Yeah, appreciate you having us on.
No, thank you guys. If you're coming to the East Coast, let me know. If you're coming through Philly.
We'll definitely be down that way in March, and with a little luck, we'll be back down that way even sooner than that. We were actually just down there a month or two ago playing at Dobbs.
Oh, really? Okay.
We love Philly, so we'll happily come down there and play anytime.
Nice. Yeah, let me know and hook something up with Mach 22, and because they're playing around a lot, them guys.
Yeah, well, I'll have to drop them a line, see if we can set something up.
Sounds like a plan. All right, guys. Good luck with everything. Have fun. You guys got to be psyched about that New Year's show. Have you guys played the whiskey yet?
A couple of us have, a couple of us haven't, but we've all, we've all been to LA and we've all hung out there multiple times, so we're all pretty stoked.
Nice. Yeah, it should be friggin' awesome. Well, good luck with that. Good luck with everything, and I hope to hear big things from you guys in the future.
Thank you very much.
All right, man, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
You too. Rock and roll.
Yeah.
You too, man. All right, everybody, there you go. 3 Parts Dead, the new boys from Boston. Check them out on Twitter at 3 Parts Dead. On Facebook, look them up, 3 Parts Dead. The website, 3partsdead.com. They're on Reverb Nation. And you can go to iTunes and download their EP. Search them out. Do it. Buy it. All right, Frank.